Like most wildlife in their natural habitats, owls are not likely to be seen often. Nocturnal and often solitary, they are usually shy of humans and avoid them when possible. Specialized wing feathers allow them to fly silently, enabling them to catch prey easier and avoid detection. Owls' eyes are fixed in their skull so to look from side to side. The owls can swivel their heads up to 270 degrees in either direction. Like all birds of prey, owls have 3 eyelids, a top lid, a bottom lid and a third transparent membrane, which can move sideways to cover the eye at an incredible speed. This prevents damage to the eye when the owl is taking prey and feeding young. With strong eyesight, 100 times more effective in dim light than humans, owls are specifically adapted to hunting at night or in low levels of light. It is not true that owls can turn their heads completely around. Owls can hear sounds 10 times fainter than a human can. Their soft, silent feathers enable them to swoop down undetected onto prey. They have a reversed outer toe, which helps to grasp prey. Owls live in a variety of habitats, including coniferous forests, mountains, deserts, and plains. The snowy owl lives in the cold tundra of the north. Owls have extremely sensitive hearing, which helps them to locate their prey. They do not have visible ears. The tufts on the heads of some owls are often referred to as ears but are just small plumes of feathers. The real ears are set at the edge of the facial disc in roughly the same position as our own, and sounds are directed by the short stiff feathers around the facial disc to the openings on the side of the head. In many species the ear openings are asymmetrical. One ear is larger than the other and is often placed slightly higher on the side of the head than the other. This system is so effective that the owl is capable of locating and taking prey virtually by sound alone. Owls often bob and twist their heads, and this is to get still more information on what they can see and hear by taking a reading from several different positions. This makes an owl able to hear the softest rustle of its prey to locate the sound precisely. Owls don't have a sense of smell, so they can't sniff out prey. Almost all of the diurnal birds of prey, eagles, hawks and so on, are the same as owls and have no sense of smell. However, there is one that does. The turkey vulture has developed a sense of smell so that it can find carcasses hidden in the undergrowth of the rainforests of South America. Apart from specialized eyes and ears, owls have other adaptations to assist their hunting. Their plumage is soft and, except in the case of fish-eating species and a few diurnal species, the flight feathers have fine, comb-like fringes which deaden the sound made by the movement of the wings through the air. Not only does this mean that prey can't hear the approach of the owls, but the owl can still use its own hearing while airborne, without interference from the rush of air through its feathers. The owl's feathers are also colored and patterned so that the bird is camouflaged and not easily seen. Owls, which live in deserts, are usually sandy brown. Owls that live in areas that have snow are usually white. Owls that live in woodland areas are usually brown, and owls, which live in rocky areas, are gray. Most owls swallow their food whole, which is then broken down inside their body. About 8 hours later, the owl regurgitates a pellet which contains parts of the owl's prey that cannot be digested: bones, fur and insect parts. An owl's pellets are usually found under its roost or nest site and give us useful information about its prey at different times of the year. They also give us information on the condition of the owl by what the pellet contains. An owl has, like other birds, a territory. In defense of his territory, he chases away male members of the same species. He lets them know he is the boss in his area with his voice. Owls mate in the spring. A male will only allow female owls into his territory. He chases away other males. Different species of owls have different preferences for nest sites and types of nests. They nest in tree holes, in barns, on the ground or in old nest sites of other birds. Different owls nest in a variety of ways. Several species, such as great gray and great horned owls, live in old hawk or squirrel nests. Others, including the snowy owl and short-eared owl, nest on the ground. The burrowing owl lives in old mammal burrows. Many owls nest in tree cavities. No owl in the world ever constructs its own nest. Diet. An owl's diet consists of rabbits, rodents, reptiles, insects, and even other birds. Large owls have been documented to eat skunks, opossums, and large ducks. While some believe that owls injure poultry, this is really not common, and the benefits of keeping a rodent population in check are great. Lacking natural predators. The only real dangers owls face are the influences of human activity. Even though owls are protected throughout the United States, many species are declining due to habitat loss and illegal shooting. The female lays eggs at 2 to 4 day intervals, and the incubation usually begins as soon as the first egg is laid. The owl incubates the eggs during a period of 29 to 35 days, depending on species. As a result of staggering laying, the size of the young in a nest varies. The oldest may be 8 times heavier than the smallest. If food is scarce, then the largest chick is fed first and is the one to survive. The weaker ones are allowed to starve. If sufficient food is available, more chicks can be reared because there is more to go round. Both parents bring them food and feed the young tiny pieces of meat until the young can tackle the whole prey on their own. After 7 to 12 weeks, depending on species, the owlets are the same size as their parents, and they fly out and hunt for themselves under the guidance of their parents. After some weeks, they will be driven away by their parents to begin life on their own.